January 2026, and Bitcoin is set to make a move. If you look at the probabilities of the VEPs, it's looking very juicy for low time frame scalps, for some very nice trades, as it has been and as it usually is every day practically, especially when you're trading low time frame volatility, entropy, probabilities, and statistics. What's interesting right now is that if you look at the volatility and the returns and the entropy, it's definitely in an area where we will see some nice movement once it kicks in. Whether it goes up or down or sideways does not matter, by the way. If you're trading volatility, right? We don't care about the price. We don't care about the direction as long as we're on the right side of the trade. So at the moment, there's plenty of room to the upside and the downside available, depending on which way the volatility and correlation break, or the entropy and correlation, either way, or both, obviously. There's a lot of room to run. It could easily, go down to some very nice low targets that we've shown on the Alpha Trading live streams this whole week, which we do, practically every day, Monday through Friday, and even some holidays sometimes, although usually we take holidays off, but sometimes we don't. Like last week, we were open this past week, this Monday, we were open when traditional markets were closed. We decided to do a live stream anyway, because crypto trades 24/7, and sometimes there's some useful and juicy things to know. And if you were trading on Monday, you probably, if you watched our live streams, Monday, Tuesday, even Wednesday, got some very juicy trades in. Hopefully you did anyway, because we nailed some very, very specific targets that were masterfully hit by the markets, masterfully predicted by our tools and our reading of them. And it should be a fun time for all traders if you know what you're doing. There have been any number of, as usual, crazy analyses and predictions by people who either don't trade volatility properly or do but don't say so, and instead misinform people with bad information about how they trade. So, for example, this analyst, Tom Lee, said that Bitcoin would hit $180,000 by the end of January. No, or 150 or 180, whatever it was, some very high number. Yeah, I think it was 150. In order for it to do that, it would have to hit right around just under the 99.7% loss distribution for the monthly time frame. Not to say that it can't happen, but from where it was yesterday when I looked at it during the live stream, that was about 69% above where the asset currently was. So the likelihood of that happening is indeed very small. And if it does hit it, there's a 99.7% probability that it won't remain at that price. Right? It will hit it and then mean revert, right? Very nicely. But it won't close beyond it anyway. That is the probability. So we'll see what comes of it. But for now, that's why we look at low time frames and we trade low time frames, because if you're trying to just put a bet on a horse and see if it will be the winner of a long race, you're going to be waiting a long while, and maybe you like the exhilaration of up and down, up and down, up and down, and not knowing what's going your way. But if you're a professional, proper trader, you're not looking for that exhilaration. You're just looking to make profit on every trade. You don't really get emotional about, will it go my way? Won't it go my way? Is it going against me? No. When you're a real trader, you're getting in and out of trades fast. The reason you do that is you have more occurrences of opportunity throughout your trading session, your trading day, than you do if you're just trying to hang on to one slow trade, one trade that takes many hours, right? It's not worth it. Right? The best thing to do is to trade low time frames. That way, even if you lose a tiny amount relatively, especially if you know what you're doing. Of course, there can be flash crashes and whatever, which is why you need to manage your trades and not just sit in losing trades, right? You need to manage those trades in order to not lose your capital. And when you do lose a trade, you get out as quickly as possible, right? That's the one time you want to use, for example, like a market order, right? Where you don't care if you pay the fee. If you see the market's going completely against you, who cares if you pay an extra $1? Just get out of the trade. Right? You should still do a limit order if you can. The markets aren't moving very fast, and you're in a losing trade. If the markets are starting to move very fast, just get out. Right? Don't wait. Don't wait for the market to ruin your day. Just market order. And join us in the live stream. Go to alphatradinghq.com/Discord. Again, Monday through Friday, we start those things at 9 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time. And that's it for now. Happy trading. See you there.